Well, hey, Calvary family, Keith Doyle here. I'm excited to tell you about a new sermon series that will be starting this coming Sunday. We've called it Hope for the Weary, and it will be from the book of 1 Peter. This has been a very challenging and overwhelming year. And if you're feeling really overwhelmed right now, as a believer in Jesus Christ, by everything that has happened, you're not alone. Early believers had their struggles as well. And Peter is writing into that context of Christians that had been persecuted for their faith and were dispersed across the Roman Empire. And so he writes to them in the face of persecution to encourage them and bring sort of a blessing to them through reminding them of who they are in Christ. This is the way he says it in 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 12. He says, "I have written briefly to you, exhorting and declaring that this is the true grace of God. Stand firm in it." And what Peter does to encourage them in the gospel is he develops for them the idea of their position in Christ. He then talks about their place in the world, and he finishes out his book by addressing the issues of present suffering. And so we're going to follow verse by verse through this as we explore together hope for the weary.